Hello YouTube, shintigercurl here, that dude in the straw hat, bringing you yet another wrestling review. I'm of course joined by my friend and fellow internet superstar, Joe. Say hi, Joe. He's still pissed off at you, is he? Be careful. Anyway, it's Monday night, time for some Monday Night Raw. We didn't get a lot of answers and we got more questions than we did last week. So what can we expect this week? I got my notes. Let's get started. El Patron, Alberto Del Rio, arrives in Canada, or as Jerry the King Lawler would call it, Bizarro Land. He comes out to a heelish reaction, but before he can even get a word in edgewise, John Cena Supermans his way down to the ring. For some reason or another, I don't know, maybe Alberto Del Rio pissed in his cornflakes, or he spiked his Corona or something, but John Cena is pissed that he screwed, that Alberto Del Rio cashed in his Money in the Bank opportunity at CM Punk. Wait a minute. Why are you mad again, John? Yeah, I get you're supposed to be Superman and whatever the fuck you are, but unless I missed something at SummerSlam, Alberto Del Rio didn't cash it in on you. He cashed it in on Punk. And Punk has said that he has no problem with Alberto Del Rio. So anyway, typical Cena promo until Punk arrives. And Canada loves him. He says that we're back to business as usual, where John Cena automatically gets a title shot, whether he deserved it or not. And he admits to, and he says again to Alberto Del Rio that he has no hard feelings against him for cashing in the Money in the Bank contract. He's done it twice. Both times were better. So right now, him and Cena get into an argument about who is the more deserved, who gets a rematch shot. Alberto Del Rio doesn't want either of them. Then Triple H comes out. He says that he still has some mess to clean up, but tonight it'll be Cena versus Punk. Number one contender will get a shot at Night of Champions in 4 weeks. Gee, I wonder who's gonna win this match. Anyway, we move on to our first match. Alberto Del Rio versus the sexy John Morrison. Now, this was a very, very good match. Probably one of the best matches of the night. John Morrison clearly shows that he has main event level talent. Just need to get that whole talking thing down, if I imagine correctly. This was a back and forth epic contest between two very capable athletes. But in the end, Alberto Del Rio had to go over since he's the champion, and he defeats John Morrison. Then he continues from where he left off with Rey Mysterio and continues to punish John Morrison. I like this new aggressive side of Alberto Del Rio. It's very interesting. Next match. Eve Torres versus one of the Bellas. I don't know. I don't care. I wasn't feeling this match. Basically, female Cena's best friend wins. Then the Divas of Doom arrive. Or the Divas of Destruction. They're both the same thing. And give them a nice applause. Be warned, Kelly. You're going to lose your title. Next up, Jack Swagger, now under the managerial leadership of Vicky Guerrero, takes on Alex Riley. These two had a great match last week, even though it was kind of submerged by the stuff that was going on at the commentators' table. This is a pretty decent enough match. Riley continues to show signs of vast improvement in his in-ring skills to be able to go move for move with Jack Swagger of all people. Out from the back comes Dolph Ziggler, who tells Vicky that she doesn't need another wrestler, that he's the only wrestler that she needs. And somehow Vicky gets pushed down to the floor. This distracts Swagger enough for A-Ride to come up from behind, pull up a win. And we got some mess to deal with. Next up, Triple H comes out, and he calls out his good buddy Kevin Nash. Nash says Triple H says that Nash doesn't have a job at the WWE, even though we know he has a job there. He says that if he wants to beat up Punk across the street, he can, but now he has to leave. Punk comes out and rips rips on both Trips and Big Sexy, or Big Lazy as he calls him. He pretty much says that he's sick and tired of talking and he wants to kick Kevin Nash's ass. Triple H tries to stop him and he unleashes on Triple H. But I would go into details, but really, I could never do Punk justice. Needless to say, Nash blindsides Punk, and him and the game quickly make it out of Dodge, while Punk is just smiling because, interesting. Later backstage, Trips tells Nash that he has to leave, that now that he's the boss, things have to be different. Nash says that that Trips has changed and leaves. Next up, Kofi Kingston and Evan Bourne versus the Bland duo of David Otunga and Joe Perfect. WWE tag titles on the line. And I have to agree with King here. Otunga and Perfect are, well, bland. Sure, whoa, oh, wait a minute. Joe Perfect is wearing a baseball cap backwards. On black guys like me, it looks cool. On white guys like you, Joe, it makes you look like a total tool. Long story short, Kofi and Bourne win. New tag champions, and then they interview him afterwards. I like the way how the WWE is trying to build back up the credibility of the tag team titles, making them feel important again. And they should. Only the best for the Kings of Wrestling. Speaking of tag teams, Santino Marella comes out for a match, but is jumped by the team of Miz and the Truth, and R-Truth, or as some people like to call them, the Truth Commission. I prefer the Awesome Truth myself. R-Truth goes on a tirade about the conspiracy table and spiders and a bunch of shit, and Miz agrees with him. The two of them decide to join forces so they can start taking what rightfully belongs to them. Afterwards, Truth's music hits and he starts to rap, only replacing the words "What's up" with "You suck," and basically freestyling on the Canadian crowd. And Miz is joining in. I like this team. It's kind of like Lex Luthor teaming up with the Joker. They have teamed up before in the past, simply because Miz represents Lex Luthor, a cunning, sadistic bastard who would do anything to take out the man he obsesses over. And R-Truth represents the Joker, that chaotic psychopath that no one can trust and no one understands. So, what better partner to have for someone like Miz than someone like Truth? It's better to work with crazy than fight crazy. Main event time. John Cena versus CM Punk. Winner faces El Patron at Night of Champions. And speaking of El Patron, he's out there at ringside, just looking on. And also before the match started, Johnny Ace, or John Laurinaitis, informs Triple H that Kevin Nash was involved in a car accident. Well, this will play important later. Anyway, this was another great match. Punk, of course, brings out the absolute best in Cena as we see more of his mat wrestling skills. The fans do not really like Cena. In fact, when he threw his shirt into the crowd, they threw it right back. If you have never watched One Night Stand 2, this is from that. That'll bring up memories of that. Let's see. The match is back and forth. Punk actually tries to use the Macho Man flying elbow drop, but he missed. Just when it seemed like the match was going to be anybody's game, Kevin Nash cripples his way to the ring and firmly distracts CM Punk, allowing Cena to get the FU on Punk, becoming #1 contender. But he doesn't get to enjoy it as Alberto Del Rio hits the ring and beats the ever-loving crap out of Cena. Johnny Ace tries to stop him many times, but El Patron will not be stopped by someone with bad laryngitis. So in the end, Cena is left laying, and El Patron is left standing. And that's Monday Night Raw. My thoughts, pretty decent show. The matches were pretty decent. The tag team title match was actually pretty okay in helping build back up the tag team titles and making them seem important again. We had a great opening match between Alberto Del Rio and John Morrison. The plot still thickens on who exactly sent the text message to Kevin Nash. Punk was great on the mic as always. I mean, that's a given. And even though I didn't agree with Cena getting another title shot, I'm pretty happy that Alberto Del Rio beat his ass. So that's Raw. Tune in this Thursday when I will try to watch TNA Impact. Oh, and an announcement to everyone who watches my show. A little announcement. On the weekend of Bound for Glory, I will officially join the WrestleCast's TNA Impact boycott. I will explain my reasons on the show leading up to on the WrestleCast on the weekend of Bound for Glory. I will explain my reasons, and Maddie and Lonnie have promised to give me the entire second half of the segment to get up the show to explain my reasons, and I have a lot of them. So, until Thursday, this is shintigercurl, that dude in the straw hat, and Joe, saying good night and wrestle on.